What's up? Hello. How are you? Why not? Grand Rising. Welcome. Surprise! I wasn't actually planning to be here quite yet. I was planning to come here later tonight. I still will be on about 12 hours from now, give or take, but well, actually maybe a bit more than that. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here. However, I did get the call to come and check in for a little bit. It's after midnight, so technically it's tomorrow. But I'll be here twice. Welcome. Oh, okay. So this is Pandora. I just switched this all of a sudden. And so that's random, but I've been picking up X's trying to spin the block for some people. Heads up. Recently closed. In some cases, trying to interfere with new connections or block them from coming through. Oh no, you've got to re-up. Hopefully you get to do that soon. I can't escape the love we made that follows me. I can't escape from the love. I've been rolling the dice without the road days, spinning my nights without you beside me, throwing some darts and bars with the queen of hearts, queen of hearts. Hi, Austin.
I don't know. I got a spirit message to pull out the paint, so I did. I wasn't going to do that either. But I listen, you see. Always. I've been drinking with Cupid, thinking of you there. Oh. Are they drinking? Are we trying to drown themselves, their memories in a bottle? It's not working, is it? They just fixate more while they're drunk. Hello, how are you? I came back early. How are you? You guys will get to see me twice today. Let's do... Okay, that was Pandora. I heard this song clairaudiently. I have a string of them that I pulled up while I was working earlier. I was busy doing some stuff. But I was thinking of you. Oh, somebody's upset. Well, that's not a me problem. It's a them problem. It sounds like they're trying to project. It feels like they're trying to project. Yep, they are. Heard. Got it. No, that's a you problem, boo-boo. I know who you are. Cranky ass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, Andrew. Hi, Sala. What's up, everybody? I really love you guys. Good. I'm so glad that you're well. I do.
Pretty lady, come here, baby. I just wanna love your body right. Thinking maybe I could go crazy, until morning light. Girl, the way you find it, those hips flow like water. Dip below, I watch it. This love, it's like rocket ships from outer space. I'm in the highest place with you, baby. I just wanna show. Come on, baby, take your clothes off. We can keep on bumping and grinding and loving so wildly. You know I wanna show. And I don't wanna show. Baby, let me show. I'm gonna take your legs up and wrap you and squeeze it and smack it. You know I wanna show. Pretty lady, you're driving me insane. We can do some things that you ain't never done before. I just wanna show. Maybe it's your role. I'll be a teacher. You gon' learn the things. Then I'm on attach. Just follow the leader. Chronic, those hips flow like water. Dip below, I watch it. This love, it's like rocket ships from outer space. I'm in the highest place with you, baby. I just wanna show.
Are the trolls sleeping? I know I said I'd be back here tonight, so maybe they didn't I mean, I didn't plan to come back here now either. It was I got a download a couple of hours ago to just do kind of a spontaneous bit. Are they sleeping? Were they expecting me to be here later tonight? So they thought, okay, she won't be here till about 9 tomorrow, East Coast, so I can... What's up? Where'd you go? No, you shouldn't. I'm just curious because all of a sudden it's pretty quiet. And it hasn't been for a long time.
Baby, let me show.
I think it's quite funny.
I'm gonna take your legs up and wrap you and squeeze it and smack it. You know I wanna Baby, I just wanna show.
Oops. Oh, baby, you don't want to be my little troll. I drink troll blood for breakfast. By the gallon. Troll blood juice.
Style or substance. Or here's another.
Style or substance. Yeah, something they have neither of. Can't relate. Now my vibe tribe can relate to me in that regard. One love. Oh, they're so mad. You're gonna get it for that. For what? Telling you the truth that hurt your feelings. You didn't have to come here and lurk and get them hurt, you witch. You poor excuse of a witch.
Stay down there, girl. Stay down there.
You're gross. I bet you struggle to pick up women, and I bet men don't like you either. There they go. Trolls.
Every morning, every evening, I just scream straight back to sunrise.
I feel you, Freya. Are you okay?
Stay down there, girl. Stay down.
I could say some things, but I won't.
My time you want.
Stay down there. Except for that. You little troll. Do I need to pour another cup of troll blood? Remind you who you thought you were dealing with, but were sorely mistaken. Apparently. Got some bones for you. Bones. Bones. And a turtle. For your slow ass. You want to try to come here and bully a Heyoka empath, babe? I'll hold up a mirror to your face and you will not like it. I do not suggest it. 10 out of 10. Don't recommend. Hi, babes. Somebody said that shit was funny. Good, I'm glad I can make you laugh. Let's see what that was. There's a message in that crystal that fell. As I'm playing Pretty Little Fears, praying. Remember to pray.
Do better, you better. Been around like hella propellers. Wanna know who you with? Don't tell them. Come on, fellas. That ain't none of your biz. Got on your bodysuit, you know I'm on your ass today. Would you let me hit it thrice if I asked today? She know my state nothing but magic, babe. I be swinging it back and forth to you in your casket, babe. Girl, you on my best side. That she from the west side. I just wanna know. Don't just sugarcoat. I say it all if you want. I could just tell me like it is. Pretty little fears. Is it to my ears? Okay, say it loud, say it proud. You want it more. We open door, hit the couch, then the floor. I cut it up like a scissor, love galore. She never bored. There's so much shit we can do. You free to say whatever, baby, if you asking me. No limit when I'm in it, got a masterpiece. Hoping I don't have a fast release. Got me focused like I'm out here trying to get my master seat. Throwing out the peace sign. Girl, I'm from the east side.
Actinolite. This is a Leo stone. I've got another geode version of it right here, actually, that broke open. This is carnelian. This is... It looks like mookaite, but I think it's dream jasper, actually. First of all, you spelled slut wrong. Second of all, I've been celibate for a decade, so way to misjudge a widow. A celibate widow. Somebody says why? Because many men want the title of emperor. Most of them are not equipped to carry the crown or a sword or shield. Thank you. And I, darling, I need a match because I am the type of queen that you want to go to war beside, not against. And I prefer not to go to war. Heavy is the head that carries the crown. However, if you make me, you will regret it and rue the day you were born. Love, Freya. Oh, I'm not looking. I don't chase, I attract. I remember you came here. I'm just hanging out in my kitchen.
Could you tell me like it is? Pretty little fears. Is it to my ears?
The thing about that is, it's a divine alignment. Divine alignment. It comes from a higher source.
Yeah. I'm loving your light.
It's
vulnerable. Letting your guard down.
It's honorable.
Especially when the past ain't been that
friendly to you, but there's magic in that. You're the flower that I gotta protect to keep alive in the wintertime. And don't you die yet. You bring way more than a friend to me. We're more like fam. I raise you, you raise me. Let's turn this whole thing around.
You can
Confide in me.
I can take the weight up off your shoulder blades and try to store the pain inside of me. Like, why the world do you like that?
Like they don't know your God, so but me, I view you like that.
I'm sneaking glances, thanking God that he drew you like that. Beautiful black child. Come and shed your black cloud for your vibe and your smile.
You can keep scrolling. Dust your sandals off and move along, Max. What you're doing is blasphemous. You don't want me to start preaching Bible verses at you, sir. There they go. There are the trolls. Hello, welcome. We were waiting for you. We knew you'd come.
Peace from stress and strife, and that's the blessing that I get from wife and you, cause you can trust in me with the key to your heart, beating you smart. Cause even though I need a new start, due to my past transgressions, you believed in me. I guess the light I see in you is what you see in me.
As my darling Freyr would say, no, Max, go and dust your sandals off and move along. Because what you're doing is misjudging people you know nothing about, who are much closer to God than you are, who talk to God every single day. And so you're not listening to God, because God said that if people don't want to hear you, and I don't want to hear you, Max, then you need to dust your sandals off and move along and talk to people who do want to talk to you instead of harassing me. So again, you don't want me to start preaching Bible verses at you. Like my darling Freyer says, oh, hey, Bristol, brain dead? Me? Oh, no. You're the one who keeps coming back every day. Like a super fan. With nothing but hatred in your heart. Thinking it's going to do anything but boost my algorithm. See? Freyer. It costs nothing to be kind, except for these people are really cheap. However, since you're cheap bastards with no common sense, I'm just going to give you a little advice. Here are some things you could do to be kind. You could do with that energy instead of being an ass. Do a chore for your roommate, spouse, parent, or child. But you don't. You come on the internet to bother other people or try to bother other people because you're bothered. Take time to listen closely and be supportive. Oh, yeah, like when people set a boundary and tell you to go away because you're unwanted. Or maybe not be an ass at all, let alone in someone's comment section, yeah? Be a role model for a younger person. Yeah, you're not. You're not that either. We already established that. And I know that's why some of them are trolling. Because I called them out for pedophilia, and they're mad about it. Ooh, yeah. Did my light workers see, hear, and or feel that? I know some of you probably picked that up. It was one of those, like, tail between their legs. They felt real... That one hit right on, didn't it? Struck a chord you weren't ready to hear. How did you know that? Because I can see you, bitch. I heard. Also hear that. Your thoughts are empty and ugly. Very shallow. Easy to read. And I'm overqualified. Try to respond to emails, voicemails, and texts quickly. Yeah, like when somebody says, go away. Report sexual content for what? Where is there sexual content in this chat? I just established that I'm celibate. And have been for 10 years. Sexual what? Slander. You think you're slight? I think you're so dumb it's funny. Anyway, moving on. I got some good music for you. My light workers. Got a new one here. Oh, they're mad. Felt that. Right in the heart chakra. Where are my people? I'm looking for you. Hey, Rick. Simeon. Holy crap. So, first of all, you dropped some cash, but it's the coin, the 2,300 year. That's old. The widow's mite. You caught me on the history. But that's a lot for a singular coin. Almost $2,000 for one tiny chunk of metal from the ground. But badass. My mom also likes coins. The history.
Oh, it was enough to recognize, to see I was the reason you feel sick inside.
Right. Talking shit about people trying to share your view is hilarious. Right. Right. I agree. You're blasphemous, except for I love God, so how's that work out for you? What? What? You know what you are is racist. I see Native American paint on your face, and I see Norse language on your face, which is my bloodline heritage, and so I'm gonna be racist. pretend to be Christian. Okay, bitch, that's a you problem. Publicly. Ew. This is why people don't like you. This is why you are reduced to trying to troll people in a comment section who don't give a fuck about you because they don't like you in real life either, do they, honey? I sure shit wouldn't. I don't blame them. I bet your dad wishes he'd blown you into a Kleenex when you were conceived instead. I bet you. Have the life you deserve. Toodles. Religion and race, like, okay. One love, mate. Oh, I hate her. You're mad. You know that takes a lot of energy, right? It takes a lot of energy to hate. And it exhausts you at the end of it, doesn't it? Imagine what you could have gotten done with that energy instead if you just chosen to alchemize it and chilled yourself the fuck out. All right. Oh, I did. But why do I need to sit here and get vengeful? I need not to do that. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I shall repay. And they shall fight against you, God said. God said you would do this. God said you would. This is written. This was written a long time ago. Heard also. What's missing from those scriptures will be written in my blood. Royal. So, there's that, first of all. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. They shall fight against you, but they shall not prevail against you. You think you're doing something? God already said in advance that you were going to try to be an asshole, but God already said in advance that you would fail in the end. So why do you think that you're trying to sweat? Why do you think you're sweating so hard trying to be a problem and I'm not sweating at your attempt to be a problem? In fact, I feel like I might need to put a jacket on. It's awfully chilly in here with your frigid ass. Do you have a fever? Seems like you might have some cold sweats. Wait till the hellhounds show up at the door. At my door? Oh no, baby. Oh no. Both the light and the dark realms answer to me. Both seelie and unseelie answer to me. I fear no bitch. Who do you think you are? Powerless. Weak. And you wouldn't be saying and doing what you were if you weren't. Evidently. Moving on. Right. I just don't like you. Cats don't dislike all people. They're just socially selective, and you're an ass. Yeah. Weed is absolutely legal in some states. She thinks weed is... No, weed's... First of all, it's legal on a recreational level where I am, but I don't use it recreationally, meaning for fun. I have a medical card. And I go to a dispensary to get mine. And you can't get into a dispensary for recreational use. You have to have a prescription from a doctor, which I have. So no, it's not illegal. A doctor prescribed it to me. And you're right, that was a pretty idiotic statement, but these people think they're educated and they're not, evidently, because they could easily Google this instead of try to argue with people in the comment section, and they don't. Because they're dumb. And they just want to argue. They don't really care if they're wrong, a lot of them also. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they really do think they're right and they'll just continue to argue. They so desperately don't want to be wrong. They're like afraid to look up the facts because they don't want to be proven wrong. But some of them know they're wrong and they don't care that they're wrong. They just, because it's an oppositional point to whatever it is that you're saying, they'll say it. And that's dumb. But it's also mental illness. It's some kind of cluster B personality disorder. Normal people don't do that. Healthy people don't do that. People worth being around don't do that. People worth having in your life. People worth oxygen don't do that. Okay. They chose violence. And if you try to use me as a punching bag, I'll hit you back harder. My 5'7", 115 pound, 7.5 foot shoe size ass might look frail, yeah, but my spirit is enormous and I will destroy you. Not because I want to, but like I said, I'm the Empress. You want to go to war. Beside, not against. Pick wisely. Hellfire or holy water. You flip the wrong side of that, Gemini switch. Next. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're weird. First of all, you're not sorry. Second of all, thank you for the compliment. That's lovely. Get away with everything we did. Yeah. So they're toxic. Oh, they're like viciously angry. Are you dizzy? It's like spinning or losing. Oh my God, this person needs a psych ward. What the hell is that? That's wild. No wedgie. I'd say can't have a wedgie when you go commando, but can't have a wedgie when you have a thong. No wedgie, just pulling my dress down because my ass was hanging out. Thanks for noticing, though, you weirdo. Okay, side note, subsequently. Yeah, I fucking hate her. Well, I'm not a particular fan of yours. So they seem to be spiraling out pretty hard, yeah. I heard this earlier. Been hearing this in my sleep. On and off periodically too the last week or so. It's more so earlier this week, or last week. End of last week? It was last week. It's Wednesday. It's like Friday, Saturday, I don't know, weekend or something. I think I posted about it. I have waited, paralyzed by my own. Thanks, Roger. Viciously reminding me still I'm born to believe, and I'm certain, no, that you. There are crazy gay kids in the chat. I see it. Driven by a holy. Like I said earlier, I've been calling out pedophiles and they're mad about it. And some of the children that they groomed are mad about it because they're also being used as little vicious, immature soldiers, so to speak. But they don't have the brain capacity as children to recognize that what they're doing is wrong. So she's using, that's predatory. She's using these kids. She has been. Not gonna kill my vibe. Paralyzed by my own will, viciously reminding me still
you and I are crashing course, driven by a holy force. No, you can see.
Yeah, Nimbus. Here you go. In fact. Nimbus said, stop trying to bully her and just donate money if you want to be here. Yeah, there's my Cash App. There's my PayPal. Should you want to send anything? Thanks, Nimbus. Oh, you know what? One love, immortal. I heard this yesterday too, but on my way into the shower earlier, I heard affogato, which is an Italian, it's like coffee. Is it coffee and ice cream, I think? Or coffee and gelato. And then I heard it again today, and there's something about possibly a vacation or like a travel to a different country. I would say probably Italy or someplace bordering for somebody. Or that's what they've been thinking about, like thinking about going. Yeah, there are a lot of fifth graders. You remember when I said earlier they were targeting these little trolls? I felt it, and then they were mad, and I picked it up. I said in the heart chakra, right? The heart line. Hello. I told you. And also trying to distract people from love with toxicity, or like distort love connections, or like make them not be able to see themselves or their person clearly, or like fall for a distraction, a temptation, something that's toxic, to basically to forfeit the contract, to fall. I heard that earlier too. How do you think Jesus would feel about you harassing people in the comment section and calling them dumbasses, especially with a username that starts with love, when you are nothing remotely close to lovable or loving? Am I a biohacker? Yes. Biohacker. Thank you. Those are broad shoulders. No, they're not. My shoulders are the same width as my hips. I am about 115 pounds and have a natural hourglass, like women have. Men don't have that. You know why? Because they don't get the hormones to have that. That's a female hormone. Thank you. Your attempted insults don't even track. Do you think that I cannot see myself in this reflection in the camera? I know you're trying to poke a button, But the only thing you're doing is showing people your insecurities, your issues. You're either gay and in the closet and trying to throw that at other people. You've got some kind of like sexuality issue. You have something going on. But it's not a me problem. Because you're trying to bully a widowed mother with an hourglass. And I think that says you've got body image issues or sexual orientation issues or something. For sure. They poked a hard button based on this response. No, that's because there's a local or somebody who I went to high school with that's been bullying me. And this is the topic. The things that you're seeing in the comment section, those are the topics that they've been obsessing over. But this is a person who claims to be, pansexual. I think she's got a crush on me and she's mad that I'm not interested back. Because she's a big, fat, ugly bitch and she's mean. Her spirit is rotten. And she's ugly on the outside, too. I don't care about her gender. I care about the fact that she's a shitty person and, frankly, a narcissist. I didn't like her in school for the same reasons. She gangs up with people that are being bullies and then justifies the bullying because other people are doing it, or justifies somebody standing up for themselves and not tolerating the bullying as reason to bully more. And bitch, that's delusional. Seek help. I heard that. Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. Thank you. I got you, Robbie. I told you. I need to catch my breath. Hold on. Aww. What's in the back? All right, I think that's good. Oh, wow. That's funny. So, first and foremost, you have... Actually, I'm going to wait on those. This is more of like a love reading. But you see the heart chakra came out. Because what popped out on this other side was more about these karmic energies. So you've got love, and they're trying to be so toxic that people either aren't focused on love, or they're distracted, or they're like traumatized, that they don't see their partner clearly, that they cause such damage, chaos, trauma for one, that the other one, again, can't see their true selves clearly, and so they reject each other, or like whatever. They're trying to cause damages. It's different for different people, but their long-term goal is to just cause damage. However, the reason that I started laughing was because, like I said, I'm just hanging out in my kitchen. You're the ones who keep coming here to be. I'm like, angry? That's not my problem. That's a you problem. And they come here to start drama. And then they get mad when it either doesn't work or they get clapped back on at. And then they sit here and threaten, you're being blasphemous because you don't subscribe to my exact version of what A, B, and C should be. I don't like that you look hot and it makes me feel some kind of way. I'm going to report you for sexual content. I don't like that you have face paint. I'm going to be like whatever it is that they're doing and they're mad at. I want to report you. I'm going to. Okay. And they're mad because we don't give a fuck. Unbothered. I'll post it, but I found this video yesterday of a seal, like a seal in the ocean. It's just floating by in the water. Like, yes, that is the level of unbothered that I aspire to be. Just floating along in the current. Yes, mate. Mermaid out. And so they're upset. They're trying to pretend to be, I guess, happy or whatever it is. And again, well, look at you. I'm going to poke at you and claim that my life is better than yours and I'm happy. No, you're not, bitch. You're here. Happy people don't do that. Even I can tell that you're upset. Which is why you keep trying to force your way here. Because you don't know how to take no for an answer. You know what that makes you? A rapist, whether of spirit or frequency or just people's boundaries. And it makes me question how far you take that lack of courtesy and respect for other people's boundaries. No means no, regardless of what the topic is. But if you can't understand this, what other things are you violating outside of the screen? In real life? Makes me question you hard. And I'm sure everybody else does too. Forcer. Ain't shit, because you're not shit. And that is why you try to come here to make other people feel like they're not shit. But what it is you projecting the fact that you're not shit. And I don't accept that. Because I'm the shit. I'm the tits, bitch. And you ain't worth a lick. Next. Thank you. Next. Okay, so they're angry at other people's joy, which is why they're trying to throw shade or disturb the peace because they're hiding behind screens and masks. They're not really happy. I'm right here, bitch. Thief. But they're trying to steal something, either other people's joy or energy. Either hugging her would feel like hugging a corpse. I guess I need some corpse paint then, eh? Anything else you want to tell us about these, these cards? Oh, they're upset. I feel that right there. Somebody's crying. They're crying now. You're really feeling defeated now, eh? Oh, we went from anger to tears. Aw, you little child predator. You petulant little rats. You child predators. Told you. Now you're stressed out and sweating. I told you. I know you're sweating. Concerned. Now you're bugging out, aren't you? Because you're not. Oh, you're bugging out because I'm gifted, eh? Ah. Oops. Not my oops. You're bad. Oh, there it is. Fuck! Oh, you're bugging out now, huh? Woo, boy! This is fucking hilarious. They're bugging out, dude. Concern came out again. They're sweating. I told you. Because things are changing. Aww. Because things are changing, right? Their little power trip that they thought they were on that's ending. They thought that they were on. The power trip that they thought that they were on is changing. Yeah, no, they thought wrong. Hello. Now they're all up in their heads. Because things are changing. Family room is often family court. This could be them losing access to their kids or dealing with custody battles. And you know what? I know I'm not the only person who's noticed this lately, but I've been picking up as well that there are people who they were targeting other people's. One of the bullies who's been bullying me, right, from high school. Let's just start there, for example, because I picked this up in relation to her the other day, and it came up again, I think today or yesterday. She was targeting mothers and children and saying, nah, 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 but I've got my kids and this and that. Well, some of the people who were doing that, now they don't have their kids. Or things have changed since they were trying to bully like that. And now they're not with the exes anymore. And so they were like trying to deal with like split houses for the kids and what have you. And now in some cases, this is also why they were trying to close the mouths of the light workers they were targeting who started to whistle blow. Because you see, while they were still trying to bully us, they were newly, more freshly, comparatively, going through some of the same things that they were either putting us through before or bullying us while someone else was putting us through them, like custody battles and separations or like whatever it was, okay? So they didn't want their exes, who they're split from now, to know that they're still bullying people and being insane online or anywhere, because they don't want their exes to drag that shit in front of a judge in custody court. It's not for everybody, but I did pick this up for a few. In fact, let's just check on it, shall we? And I would call that karma. I fucking hate her. How don't you know all this? Because I'm psychic and you're just not smart. Professional victim. Well, I'm certainly going to make bank out of this now. Drag your ass to court. So yeah, call it what you will. But you didn't have to victimize people first, and then they wouldn't have made money off of what you did. If you want to call that being a professional victim, I call it clocking your bullshit and then getting paid for it. That's your bad. Toil and labor. Yeah, you should have invested that time and energy into something actually productive, work, instead of trying to destroy other people's, because now that's going to pay me too. Coffin, and you are toast. It's the end of the cycle for you. Some of you won't make it out alive. Good riddance. Oh, your little death spells backfiring. How about that? How about that? Your baneful chaos magic backfiring. How about that? You can't handle it, can you? Yeah, breakups. That's also why they wanted to try to cause breakups for other people, because they're upset. Look, they're upset that their families are being torn apart or were torn apart. Really, they did it to themselves at that point, but distant horizons. And frankly, look at how they've been treating us. I don't blame those exes for leaving them. I would too. I wouldn't be with them in the first place. Mature woman. Yeah, they're too old to be behaving like this. Community. And they ganged up with a community to try to block a divine counterpart from coming together so that they could get married. Holy fuck. Or they ganged up with a community and a crooked karmic couple, because in some cases it was like an ex that divine feminine left, and he ganged up with a karmic, and then they recruited all kinds of other karmics to gang up with them on her. Hello. Been there, done that. Marriage. All a sham though. Fake happiness. Fuck! They're upset now. She just read us to... that was a basic. That was a little tiny mini reading. Come on now. If I really wanted to strip you bare, I fucking could. This is just a quickie. Anything else? Yeah, their favorite. Oh, she's just schizo. That's their favorite thing to say. Don't listen to the truthful things she's saying because it looks bad for me. Just believe me when I tell you she's crazy so that I don't look bad. Bitch, please. She's crazy because she thinks she's a medium. Don't listen to the fact that she's actually truly accurately reading me to filth spiritually right now. Whoops. Flipped the wrong side of that Gemini switch, didn't you? Expectation, high honor. Yeah, because what they're expecting now, you see, is for the people who actually were high honor, the people who actually chose to be upright, the people who actually chose fairness, truth, equality, whatever. The memory of the just is eternal. Heard, yeah. We come out on top in the end. And they're expecting that. And they know that we're expecting that. So they're expecting that we expect success. And they know they have nothing but karma. Which is why they tried so hard to flip it, to put their karma on other people, to project. No, to try to set people up so that people would be in trouble for whatever false accusations and they could get out of whatever actual penalties that they had for the things they truly did. No, it's not how that works. And you get worse karma for trying to put your karma on people. That's your karma. It's coded for you. That is not how that works. Obviously, you are bad at math. I saw it the other day. You sleep at 6 o'clock in the morning. Girl, stop lying. Time zones. We're not playing with PEMDAS or integers. Okay? This is real life. You don't get your karma cleared. And you don't move that negative karma into the positive by doing more nasty things that got you negative karma in the first place. It's not a double negative. It doesn't create a positive. You get more karma. It's heavier, isn't it? Next. Loser. You're a whole ass loser. And then some.
Isn't a Spy Dove men.
There's a Dove skincare commercial, and I would say you probably need a bath too, don't you? Dirty ass. Fuck, she's good. I don't know, I could keep going. I won't. I'm not angry. I'm laughing, dude. I'm just responding to their hostility. There's a difference. I told you I hold a mirror up and you won't like it. But then I step back into me. Just a silly, funny ass bitch. Mostly. No, I haven't in a long time, but I'm gonna pack a bowl. Just trying to take your frustrations out on me make you feel better? Is it working? I heard that. No, it's not. I know. So why are we wasting your time? Thanks for the boost, though. Oh, God. Oh, they're real mad. Yeah, I told you earlier, right? The cat card came out, did it not? I said, I'm very much like a cat. I'm not antisocial, blue collar. I'm just very socially selective. I probably will ignore you if you're an ass. And otherwise, I might drag you and it'll embarrass you. So pick wisely. Maybe just don't. Learn your lesson. God sent me as karma. Honestly, sometimes I do miss some of the comments, including from my people, unfortunately, here and there. Hey, Austin. You're here. See, I do try to check, though. Because I love my people. Thank you. Let's do that next, I think. Let's do this one. Oh, they're mad. Solar plexus. They're trying to solar plexus harvest. No, I reject and rebuke you.
If you would.
Also, let's do some shields and protection. I'll do some Reiki really quickly. I am many things, multifaceted Gemini. What I am not, though, is a pushover. And they thought wrong. I know when to pick my battles. But peaceful, choosing to be peaceful does not mean I'm harmless, and they mistook the two. They also thought, they've even been complaining about this lately. They also thought that being spiritual meant that basically you had to be all peace and love like Gandhi, and if people hit you, you couldn't defend yourself, and fuck you, fuck that. Absolutely not. That's not how that works. Don't you know Archangel Michael is a warrior angel? You think God doesn't have warriors against demons? Excuse you. Delusional. Yeah, well, I'm an angel incarnate. Who do you think you are? In fact, Seraphim, brethren, to Michael. We're on the Justice League together. You fucked up. And you barked up the wrong tree, babe. So there's that. So they thought that being spiritual meant that you had to just be a pushover and take hits and you could never defend yourself. Delusional. Delusional. And now that we have shown them a reflection of themselves, now that we've defended ourselves, now that we won't tolerate their shit, we've given them back to themselves. They think we're so mean. You're pretending to be an angel and you're more like a demon. Says the demons who were obsessed with us, wouldn't stop harassing us, and then tried to frame our reaction to their long-term, many, many years of abuse as the problem, like a demon, like a gaslighting demon. No, bitch, get real. Get a grip and don't drop it. I'd say this time, but I don't think you had one to begin with. Next. You're not gonna like this. You're gonna regret. What? Threatening. I'm gonna threaten you. You need to shut your fucking gob. Go stick a pie or a marshmallow in it. You seem to be real good at that, Pudgy.
In the hotel lobby. Seems to me like I'm just scared.
Seems like all those Christmas cookies got to your head too, honey.
I know it's crazy to believe in silly things, but it's not.
Thank you.
Easy. I remember it now.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. Some people hit a mental ceiling at 14, age 14, which is about the time in about 2007 when this particular person that I've been calling out started bullying me. Meaning she's been doing this for over 15 years and still hasn't been able to get a grip. So yeah, I'll absolutely. Well, I told you, I'll show you a mirror. Which means you're saying that she's acting like she's 14. And she is. Because she got older, but she didn't grow up from freshman year. And I graduated in 2010, so that's embarrassing for her, isn't it? Ick! Oh, you know what? I saw this and heard this clairaudiently earlier. This one was like a divine masculine, divine feminine message. This is High Hopes by Codaline. And in this, there is this older man. There's an age gap here, a bit of an age gap actually, so that may resonate for some people, may not. But there's a woman, she's been like scheduled to marry this abusive guy. He seems to be wealthy, seems like on paper he's great, but he's horribly violent and just awful. And so she realizes she cannot marry this dude. She runs away from the church on her wedding day in her wedding dress and jumps in the car with this stranger who's just driving by, who happens to be an older gentleman wearing a zip-up sweater, and he's just in his little car. And she gets in, he brings her to his house where she's safe, where she feels safe, and she's got her wedding dress on. So he gives her some clean clothes, like lounge pants, pajama pants, and like a sweater or something that he had. It's a little oversized because it was sized for him, and she's a bit smaller framed comparatively. And he just spends time with her, makes sure she feels safe. They eat together, they share time, and they end up falling in love eventually. But the guy who she left at the altar gets wildly violent and angry, and he hunts them down. Spoiler alert on this video. And he shoots them. He shoots one of them. The bullet goes through one and into the other. So they both get shot, I think by the same bullets, if I recall. It goes through her stomach, I think, and into him, or vice versa. And the video ends. You think it's going to end sad, because he ends up waking up in the hospital and he looks over at the bed next to him and it's empty. But then he looks over on the other side of the room and she is, I guess her injuries weren't as bad. So she was already awake. She was already up. She was waiting for him to come out of surgery, and he did. So he woke up to her there. He thought for a second that she had died, but they ended up being together in the end. However, just like you see, these karmics tried to kill people and tear love apart or block it from coming together.
When it all first started, but I've only got myself to blame for it, and I accept it now. It's time to let it go.
I agree.
And start again. But it's not
No, you're not going to be nasty to Austin. I love you, Austin. Austin's funny as fuck. What do you mean?
when we started.
Austin makes me laugh.
Let it go out and start again. When it all comes to an end, but the world keeps spinning.
Some of these karmics may be getting nightmares. It's part of their karma. Also, some of them were trying to haunt people's dreams or do like nightmare spells or attack people in the astral plane, or in some cases wait until people were asleep to attack them. So yes. In some cases, it's their guilty conscience coming back. In some cases, it's even their own. I'm being called to be quiet. They're being haunted, though. I'm not being given permission to give details right now. Somebody says, why? Because I'm not being given the clearance to say anything that would interrupt their karma. I will not get in the way of that. That would be bad for me. Oh, Austin. Well, it's one love. Yeah, there's another Austin in here. But thanks for being here. Now I've got 2 lovely Austins, yeah? Big hugs to anybody who needs them.
Up so quick, but they leave you far too soon. Naive, I was just staring at the barrel of a gun. And I do believe
I heard that.
it takes me back to where
Flapjack, I had to let go out of the chat. I didn't realize it until last night, but he was not quite 18, and I don't know whether he ended up here with the rest of the kids from that other channel, But I had club rules, as Vibe, chillin' and vibin' would say. That's right, Austin. Hey, Lester. Yeah, Aubrey, why are you here? You were trolling. Do you think I forgot? You tried to come in trolling for quite a while, and then you suddenly flipped to trying to be nice in the chat, and then you also lied about your location. First, you said you were from West Virginia, which is where one of my moderators is from, and then you mimicked and copied somebody else and said you were from, I think, like Pennsylvania or some other place, right? But you were changing your story and you got caught and called out by my viewers. And then I mentioned everything that I'm saying to you now again the other day, and you went silent. So why are you here? Why are you back? Did you think I forgot? Because I didn't. It must be a trial. What I think it is it wouldn't surprise me if he was from that crazy. It's like a setup. She's calling me out for being predatory towards kids. So what if I send kids in her chat and she doesn't know that they're, or I. Yeah, but the second I realize there are kids in here, I remove them. You specifically advertise to them and then target them with sexual content, you bitch. You flagrant piece of shit. You pedophilic monster. Crazy K. So there's that. Leave people alone. Now, again, whether this was, I just have a hard time imagining that suddenly there's a child in here, because there were never any kids here until she started sending them in here. But her whole fan base and advertisement targeted age group was kids. Somebody says, well, how do you know? Because until more recently, there weren't enough people in here at a time for me not to know who every single person was. Yeah. Now, sometimes I don't catch all the comments because, as you see, there's so many of them. Check everybody's profiles and what have you. But the second there's an issue, or I realize there's an issue, I fix it. And I don't allow something that shouldn't be happening to continue. And she does the opposite and then tries to cover it up and pretend like she's a good person, while trying to target the people who, A, are good people, and B, are calling her out for not being one. One love, blue collar. Thank you. So, yeah, pretty gross. Yeah. Because I think it was back and forth, Aubrey and what was his name? Flapjack. Going back and forth for a bit. Just at I remember the same time, the comments and all coming through at the same time. Wouldn't surprise me. It was a gang stalking game. Well, let's try to set her up. I think we can. And? It's also not my fault if people try to force their way into a place that I already pre-existingly advertise as 18 plus. That means they're violating legal structures, not me. And I remove anybody that's not supposed to be here the second I know this. So again, we're not the same. We never were. No. You were telling haters to leave? No, you were not. And you were lying about your location. You kept changing your story. That's gaslighting. You sound like the high school bully who was ganging up with Crazy K. Yeah. Let's try to screen record her having kids in her chat that we specifically sent there. No, because I told you you don't belong here. And the second I realize you're here, I get rid of you. Now, let's just presume that that wasn't where he came from, and he just, for whatever reason, was here. There was no ill will or intent. I sent good wishes. And genuinely want the best for people, especially children. Took the time to explain why I was removing him, just in case, so he didn't get upset or take it to heart, like there was something wrong with him. No, it's just a legal, moral, ethical age issue, that's all. But it's, it's not new, it's a club rule. But of course, the pedophile would send other kids to try to set people up to what? Project accusations of pedophilia onto the people exposing them for pedophilia. Sounds like more narcissistic projection to me. I'm not saying that's how it would happen, but it wouldn't surprise me. And it would make sense, and so would the timeline. And the people in the chat at the same time, it would all track. Criminology and psychology are both something that I'm very versed in. You can't fuck with me. And you tried, but you're not very smart. If you were smart, you'd have known better than that. Next. The seal. Unbothered, bitch. Me? Cat person? I love cats. I'm very cat-like. I have 2 cats. Yeah, right. One love, Tay. They're mad now. Fuck, she's right. We literally can't set her up, so it was a setup. Yeah, we tried. Yeah, bitch, I know. And you were still nice. You made us aw. You thought you were gonna set me up. And it made you look worse because I handled it well and was kind about it. Yeah, well, heard. You're funny. That was hilarious. I hear this in my ears. Oh, God. I got angels all around me. Heard also, you can keep on sinning because there's no way you're fucking up my limelight. Hindsight, I was right all along, life of a dawn. I'ma be the greatest. I won't settle for next best. You would rather sit around and bitch and make comments.
I gotta make some room for. Okay, I'm flipping the switch. Chip on my shoulder as big as it gets. I gotta make some room for bitches, so you gotta get off my dick. Talking that shit you deleted, but I got receipts. You know I didn't forget. I love the people who hated me, that's why I made it. You all should get an assist. I couldn't have done it without all the negative energy. I had it stuck in my memory bank. All of the messages you kept on sending me, I got to learn how my enemy thinks. You better listen with both ears when the smoke clears and the Hennessy drank. That's when it's hard to pretend to be friends. That's when you spot all the friends that be fake. Real is a recognition. Realize you get it from repetition.
You're like somebody who never lies. As long as I live on the definition.
Yeah, you try to ruin me, try to make a fool of me. You better get off my dictionary. I had to do it, but this ain't no eulogy.
I'll write that bitch an obituary.
Okay, I'm flipping the
death
switch.
magic is gonna hurt you on the backfire.
I gotta make some room for bitches, so you
better
gotta get off my dick. Talking that shit you deleted, but I got receipts. You know I didn't forget.
I always come with receipts.
Love the people who hated me, that's why I made it. You all should get an assist. Yeah, I told you, I told you, I told you.
You said I wouldn't be shit. Yeah, well, I showed you. Aww.
Just when you thought it was over, I step in the party and get that shit jumping again. I know a lot of them hoping I lose. Ooh.
I'll think them all when I win.
This is my favorite part of the sim.
Who do you know going harder than him?
They should be giving me 50 cause I'm going Carter my own in no rim. You make up half of my plays. You should have came to my concert. You the one paying my statements.
I gotta thank all my sponsors.
You could have stayed in your place. You had to wake up the monster. Think about taking a break.
Cause you're making my dick and my balls hurt.
Okay, I'm flipping the switch. Chip on my shoulder as big as it gets. I gotta make some room for bitches, so you gotta get off my dick. Talking that shit you deleted, but I got receipts. You know I didn't forget. I love the people who hated me, that's why I made it. You all should get an assist. Yeah, I told you. You said I wouldn't be shit. Oh well, I showed you. Yeah, I told you. You said I wouldn't be shit.
Blair White. No, baby. I'm not even going to say that. Because that's rude. I'm not going to be rude to Dylan just to be rude to you. You're not going to be rude. Although I do think that that's kind of a joke and he's being rude towards women a lot of the time. She. Whatever her pronouns are. But I do think that's a mockery. Frankly. However, last week somebody tried that same statement. Pretty much. Except for they called me Blair White. Here's the problem with that. Blair White looks like she could pass. So what you're telling me is that I look like a trans woman that doesn't look like a man. Meaning I look like a woman. You inadvertently tried to insult me by telling me I look like a woman. So congratulations for the redundancy. Idiot. You good? It hurt my feelings. Aww. Aww, hurt your feelings that I didn't let you hurt my feelings? Aww. Oh, poor you.
Yes.
Nitwit.
It's me again.
The delusion of these people. Come on now. You're so mean because you wouldn't let me be mean to you. Fucking imbecile. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Let's go.
I think that shit's funny. Okay, that's perfect, Tay. Because, let me pin that. I heard that's right. That's right, Austin. Hey, Big Taz, what's up? I see somebody noting the comment. Hold on. Where are you? There you are. So earlier I heard clairaudiently, right? You said caterpillars can't understand butterfly speak, meaning they are too immature and low vibrational to comprehend where we're coming from. 2:22 here on the clock on the East Coast. And I heard a few hours ago, do not waste time trying to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Okay? If that goes over your head, it's not for you. Those of you who that's for, you will understand it.
I'ma play it cool like a shorty red hot, she ain't hide a man. I'ma play it cool
like a cider ranch.
I don't say these these hoes, I'm not Spider-Man, but I did a bump and I hit the blunt once and it got me saying da-da damn. Show that ass moving like a lava lamp. Drop it down, show that thing bounce like a bad advance. White went off white like I got a 10. Right looking like a goddamn avalanche. Hit the strip, I got 4 or 5 plugs. I just tell my story.
I don't glorify drugs.
I'm a role model if you wanna die young, but I got a whole lot if you wanna buy some. Oh, I was gone for a minute, but I came back. My payback, getting paid off a playback. Thinking back on the day when I made that, thought I was the man. Goddamn, I became that.
I'm a star, I know you hate that.
Nothing you can say
It's
is
gonna change that.
Look, if I don't know you, but you know me, you should get a name tag. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, man?
Who the fuck are you? I know you know me.
Yeah, I know you know me,
But who the fuck are you?
I'm probably coming off a little arrogant. See the man in the mirror like, what the fuck you staring at? You taking yourself too serious.
And I think it's hilarious.
I know you very insecure like a bad bank. You bought a nice car acting like it had length. I'm half drunk at the bar drinking other people's half drink.
Let's do... Oh, they're mad now. Why are you so mad? Fuck! I fucking hate her! Oh, well, I promise I'm not a fan of yours, so it's fine. And you're here. Let me see those hands. Woo! What's up? Yes, I do. She thinks this is amusing. I think it's funny as fuck. You wanted to be clowns in circus tents, but I'm at the Heyoka, bitch. Do you know what Heyoka empath stands for? The sacred clown. I will hold up a mirror to you and laugh at you while I do it. You still here?
Singing that song, yeah.
living with me would be like living in Oz. Well, I'm more like Glinda than anything else, first of all. But I will drop a house on a wicked witch, for sure, without hesitation. So I suppose you're not wrong. We love Judy Garland here, though. Okay, I need help. I need help. I don't usually ask for help, but which, by the way, is a survival response. Often. Which I'm aware of. But I keep hearing this song, Mild Help. And it's like, at your mind, and you're scared to show your body. Na 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 na. Na, 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 na. I want to say it's like The Weeknd or something. It's some kind of viral song. I don't know what I'm hearing. If you know, you know, please drop it. It'll pop up eventually, but I was hearing those words and I can't place the song. The back search on those lyrics wasn't working. I don't know. Is it The Weeknd? I thought so. I'm like, that sounds like The Weeknd. What? Please help me. What the heck is this in my ears? You're driving me berserk. Like an hour. I tried to figure it out. Why is it not popping up? What song is that? I'll Die For You? Good God. Thank you. I tried so hard. I think you're right. I was like, that sounds like The Weeknd in my ears. Why is it not? I'm so confused. Good call. Almost drove me right up to the ceiling. Let's do... Oh, I hear cherry static. I heard this just before starting this live. Oh, somebody's not feeling well, like sick. Sick to their stomach. That's wild. Like they've stressed themselves up into feeling sick and now they're going to try to do spell work. I'm so mad at MGem because she's right and I don't feel good about being called out and I'm feeling sick to my stomach because of the consequences of my actions, and so I'm going to go do spells on her, and that's going to make it worse for you, bitch. I do suggest you think twice. I know you don't think very much, but you should pause for a second and try real hard. Or maybe you should think less because you're making bad choices. Either way, cease. Crazy. Here's another one because I'm getting this download again. That high school bully who was stalking and causing problems. When I went to document all of this for the lawyer, I noticed that she posted something about ChatGPT. She asked ChatGPT, like, what her, like, to describe her or something like that. And it said that two problems with this. ChatGPT psychosis you're trying to do spells on the wrong person, exactly, is a real thing. So there are people who will go and they'll ask questions to these ChatGPT or like the apps like that, and the app won't be giving them accurate information. It'll just be like feeding into their delusion. I think there was a whole murder, actually, I believe, about this. Like this person murdered somebody because they were complaining about something to ChatGPT, and instead of rationalizing with them, ChatGPT was like encouraging them to play the victim, to be the victim. There was no human rationality or perspective. It was just like telling them what they wanted to hear, basically, and they went and turned around and murdered somebody. It's called digital psychosis, AI psychosis. Okay, so that's a real problem. However, what I will say is that what she posted was ChatGPT told her that she, like, something about, like, she often makes, I don't remember if it was, like, the wrong, I have it somewhere, screenshotted for the lawyers. I asked ChatGPT what my curse is. What is my curse, ChatGPT? Your curse is the constant cycle of wondering and doubting, a loop that keeps you questioning your decisions, action, and purpose. It's like you can never fully settle into what you're doing or where you are, always searching for more clarity, more answers, even when you already have them. It's exhausting, but you can't help it. And so she totally misinterpreted that anyway, because what it's telling her, she already has the answers. She knows she shouldn't be stalking and harassing me. She already knows she's a fucking loser. But she doesn't want to acknowledge that. She doesn't want to admit that. So she constantly spins in this loop and just doesn't want to leave me alone. I heard she posted that herself. Yes, idiot. So either way, somebody's like, well, which one is it? Either way, it's a problem. Maybe both. But it's one or the other. Using ChatGPT to make her life choices and perspectives for her, or not listening when it's spitting accuracy. But see, part of my purpose is to discern life purposes. These people trying to copy me, they're trying to follow my life path and my purpose. It's not for you. You're going away from your own spiritual alignment, your own highest souls, your own physical human alignment. When you chase after someone else's path because you think it looks good for them, it's working for them. It's working for them because they're in alignment. It's not working for them because you're chasing something that's not for you. You're trying to force your big fucking flat feet into Cinderella's custom-made glass slippers and then wondering why they're bleeding. Stop doing that. You shouldn't have stolen my shoes in the first place. Tried to anyway. Heavy as the head. That carries the crown, dude. And guess what? You were never fit or equipped to do it or try. Just like the alpha in that werewolf movie I mentioned the other day. True Queen doesn't have to do that. You know, not the first thing, because you're a peasant. I love the rest of my people, though. In the wrong hands, it can feel the wrong psycho. Yeah, it's dangerous. Somebody said, this is the one who started bullying you in 2007? Yeah, it was like freshman year. I mean, I think my freshman year was like 2007-ish. I left middle school in 2006. 8th grade was over in 2006. So I'd say freshman year, probably 2007. Or like at the very end of 2006. Usually school starts in the fall. Too long ago. It's now 2026 tomorrow. Like I said, they got older, just didn't grow up.
You called me clear,
they got bigger, they just didn't grow up.
Cracks, lip gloss, and cherry clear. I blink too long when you're not there. Signal warped, I taste the heat like melted vinyl on your seat.
Oh, absolutely. They're energy vampires.
Now I'm in static death. She ain't static, sweet decay.
hard, man.
Soft, I'm a voice you can't turn off. Buried deep in every song. I was sharp, you heard me wrong.
Nobody's drinking. This is just weed, mate. It's medicine. I'm reading your comments. Yeah, there. Why did we have to go after her? Oh, she wasn't an easy target. No, you underestimated your target. Yeah, I picked that up. Remember yesterday I said this. They felt like, first it was, I think a few weeks ago, the messages were evolving. As the targets were not tolerating their abuse, their perspective was shifting a little bit. First it was, you're going to regret not letting me bully you harder, or something like that. Or you're going to regret not letting me bully you, or hold on, let's see if I can. I don't know where it went. I did type it out, but then it switched to something slightly different. Eventually evolved into like, I wish you hadn't let us bully you that way, or something like that. And it wasn't that we were letting them. I guess they took our choice to ignore them in some cases, or our choice to just be the bigger people as what? That it was okay, that we were weak, that it was tolerable. No, we just saw them for the worthless pieces of shit that they were, that weren't worth our time and energy, until they just kept being combative and we had to take the trash out, so to speak. And so now, now it's, I wish you hadn't let us do that. Or basically they wish that we had. The way that I stand up and I defend myself and I speak up now, they wish that I had done that, or that we had been like that up front in the beginning, because they feel like they wouldn't have bullied us, or they wouldn't have kept bullying us, and then they wouldn't have underestimated the target, and then they wouldn't be dealing with the consequences and the karma and the backlash that they're facing now. That's not all of them, but there was one in particular. It was a high school bully that was coming to me with this. Yeah. So now they're feeling it. We didn't let you bully us. You chose to bully us. We told you to stop. You didn't want to stop. We were passive. We shouldn't have had to escalate the level of defensiveness that we had. You should have de-escalated your targeting. You delusional, drama-starting nitwit. Right? Us ignoring you or trying to neutralize the situation in some way was not us being passive. It was trying to de-escalate the situation, and you just wanted to be provocative. That's a you problem. Honey, there's nothing sweet about you. Next. So I heard this earlier. This sounds like it was coming either towards or like a divine masculine feminine collective, or like possibly from a divine masculine. No. Well, Aubrey, possibly. Being part of that, I don't know, but I just don't really care.
Never been one to ask.
You're being problematic, you should just stay away. This is why people don't like you.
I need a mountain move to move myself.
I don't.
I hate the church pew regular, twice on Sunday, quote you the scripture kind. I'm far from a
We're getting ready
preacher,
to pack a new bowl, mate.
but I'm a believer. Every single day before I knew your name, I couldn't see your face, but I prayed for you.
They tried very hard to do some damages. They did do some damages that I had to stop what I was doing to hire professionals to resolve, or to put my own stuff on the back burner to deal with the criminals and the paperwork. I had to stop what I was doing, caused some injuries, interfered with my healing routine and my schedule. So I booked a few extra healing appointments for myself. I have a lawyer appointment coming up. It'll all be addressed. The amount of damage that they caused was minuscule. I've got a little bit more within my own self, and then also with some of the projects I have had going on here, a little bit more to finish up. They did not have the impact they wanted. They're in much more trouble now. It did not cause the setbacks that they wanted. And I'm almost done fixing the ones that they did. But they tried. So thanks for bearing with me, because I've had an attitude lately. For good reason. And then also, I look forward to moving out of this cycle and energy. So, welcome. Feel free to join me. Those of you who can hang, energetically speaking, in alignment, divine alignment. Yeah, man. Archangel Michael carries a sword. Oh, also Archangel Michael has an aura full of fire. Spirit is of fire, and so when he comes around, I do tend to actually get hot, like sweaty. Which I don't complain about. I love that.
See me through. A smile that steals me, a heart that heals me, a touch that kills me too.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, Austin. That's awful.
I guess the good Lord heard it. 'Cause every single day before I knew your name, I couldn't see your face, but I prayed for you. Every heartbreak,
Oh, Yoda. Dude, I used to do the same thing sometimes, Yoda. Like, people who were not nice to me would come to me and ask me for help. I would often give it, until I realized that not everybody is... No. I try to be kind to everybody, but not everybody deserves my kindness. You try to kill me, I probably won't kill you with kindness, but I might cut your throat back. That's called self-defense, though. Don't do that. Whether spiritually speaking or not. Not everybody gets that side of me, though. I'm not going around picking issues with those people. I'll call out pedophiles. I'll call out criminals. But that's their problem. Did you notice it's usually the one with the most shit to hide that are doing the bullying? It's It's usually why. They want people to just shut up and not expose them. In fact, I got comments from a Crazy K kid earlier on the Crazy K videos trying to tell me to shut up. Just stop talking about this! Why? Because it makes her look bad? It is real bad. It's fucking federal crime. She's going to prison. Next. I prayed. I got another new song for you. Let me do a reboot though. So I want to make sure to clear this energy out. Got a couple of vibey songs. I won't be here for too long. Just given the clearance to come for a couple of hours. It's been, I think I came here at 12:30. And almost like about 2. So maybe I'll give you another one. Half an hour. An hour. An hour here. Yeah, I heard that. Somebody says, good, shift the frequency. Absolutely. Somebody says nasty vibes. There were nasty vibes. Thank you. Yes, kitty cat. Yeah. But some people try to set you up, though. You have to have discernment. Not everybody's deserving, right? If God wanted these evil people to be blessed, God would bless them. These people are going around trying to steal our blessings because they don't have any. Why do you think they have none, though? It's because they're doing things like that. So if God doesn't want them to have blessings and God doesn't want them to be rewarded for trying to steal other people's, do you think God wants you to give yours to them? No. In fact, yours can be held back if you don't have that discernment. In some cases, as a form of protection for you. So it's a balance for sure. And then on the flip side, some people, I've had people do this to me before actually, like exes, they would try to, the ones who ganged up with these people targeting me actually, they were so mad that I walked away from them because of their toxicity that they ganged up with these people on me in hopes to put me in a bad spot, like abandon me, ganged up on me with the people trying to kill me instead of allying with me. Like this is why when there were people who had the potential to be divine masculine, this is when they fell. They cared too much about what other people thought. They didn't stand up for their divine reflection when it counted. They didn't take action. They weren't honest. They didn't properly express their emotions. They were there. They were just like, they were shelled up. And then they chose the toxic route because they were like feeling some kind of way about expressing their emotions, like egoic, very egoic. Not honest in a variety of ways, including with themselves. But anyway, they put me in bad positions and worked together with other people to put me in bad positions because they thought it would make me desperate enough to come back to them, or they could come and offer me some half-cracked offer, and then I would think, oh, you're so generous. I've been in such a bad spot. Sure, I'll take it. Not realizing the whole time they were the ones who put me there, hoping that it would force me to come back. And fuck you. I'd rather struggle. I'll get it without you. So anyway, it's just discernment. Not everybody's like that. But realistically speaking, some people are worse. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, those particular people, those exes, they've been all over my social media lately. When I tell you exes are trying to spin the block, I've noticed they don't mean to, but they've been leaving their digital footprints all over my socials. They didn't know they were doing that, but I noticed. I also picked it up psychically. I'm like, why the fuck is this energy coming back? Because they are obsessing over me and projecting their energy at me while invading my space. And they think I don't know because they think they're quietly lurking from behind a screen. No, bitch. And then you left your digital footprint after. But I picked it up first. Somebody says, which? A couple of them. Some worse than others. One avoidant, who I walked away from. One narcissist. In fact, that one was in the military. That's who's behind the hacking with that group. Yeah. Somebody says, oh, so that's where they, yeah, motherfucker had military training and then apparently shared it with criminal civilians. 11711. And then he got out of the military and became a bounty hunter. So I've had a trained assassin and a trained stalker after me. Huh. And then a group of hoodlums around him. Cheers! 1, 2, 3. Love you guys. Yeah. There's no wonder you're testy sometimes. Absolutely. But I'm alive still. I need some yoga. Maybe a nap. But I'm alive. And they didn't want me to be anymore. They've tried to kill me many times. They didn't stop, in fact. And you know what? God told me not to take my foot off their necks, so I won't. Alex the ninja, right? That's half my show. No, it wasn't. Didn't start becoming a problem that I had to deal with until they started to come here to become a problem. In fact, he likes the trolls. No, I'm just not going to tolerate this shit. They're the ones who wanted to come here and be a problem. That's all. Cha! Throat chop you. Throat punch! You better be careful. I got that high kick. Hey, let me tell you a story. When I was in college, yeah, she does cosplay. There was this girl who was obsessed with me and the unfortunately abusive dude that I didn't know any better at that point than to deal with. So I was pregnant and she was jealous of me that I was with somebody that she wanted to be with, who was abusing me, by the way. But she was jealous that I was with somebody who was abusing me because she wanted to be with him. And I was pregnant. And so he wanted to go to an event and I went with him. We left the event and then we went to somebody's house. There was like an after party going on. And honestly, I mostly sat on the couch. Started to fall asleep towards the end. But when I got there, I only went because I asked the hosts, is so-and-so going to be there? And they said, no, she's not allowed here. She was banned from this property. So I said, all right. Now, mind you, at the event, she kept chasing him around. Like, she kept following me everywhere I went, following him to try to, like, worm her way in. It was so weird. He went out to smoke for a second, and then all of a sudden, I see her run down the stairs to, like, chase him outside. I'm like, bitch, no. So I walk down there. I'm like, girl, we're not playing this game. Get your fucking ass back inside. Stop this. I know what you're doing. You're not going to make my life difficult. I already have enough shit to babysit. And lo and behold, she walks through the front door of the house that I'm only at because she's banned from it. She just didn't mean no to her, apparently. Even though the house owners did not want her to be there. They told her not to come back. I was invited, though. Now, none of these people in particular that I'm thinking of in this moment shh, pipe down. Bobby, bitter Bobby. Why are you so mad? Yeah. So she walks in and is not supposed to be there. She's already started to drink. And she knows that I'm pregnant and is mad about it. She's jealous, remember. She wanted the dude. And so she tried to kick me in the stomach. Knowing that I was pregnant. Meaning she tried to murder my unborn daughter. But I kicked her in the face back. I blocked her from kicking me. Meaning she did not land that kick. But she did get kicked in the fucking face for trying. She tried to kick me in the stomach, but mine was a lot higher. How do my toes taste, bitch? I heard that's what he's like. That's funny. Yeah, well, leave it alone. Wacha! Precisely, Shane. Ninja your ass. But the funny thing is, I prefer the yoga mat. I'm not a violent person, but I will not let you hurt people. I will put your ass in check. Anyway. I look forward to these healing appointments coming up. I always feel much better after them, especially after a big wave of abuse like we just dealt with all week again. I have some of them that I scheduled a few months ago that haven't even come up yet because they were so backed up. Just been working on what I can by myself until they do. But I'm getting there. Yeah, I just picked up Karmics are starting to sweat. Oh. Yeah, see, they didn't realize. I thought you were getting all this help. I thought you were getting all this help and we were still causing this much problem. I didn't know. You didn't realize that I scheduled the help, but it hadn't come yet. So I was still balancing everything largely, and if not entirely, by myself, meaning I'm actually a lot stronger. It took all of you to do all of that hard, for that long, in rounds. And I stood here by myself again and handled you. You fucking chumps. Whoops. Guess you misjudged and underestimated your target and the entire situation, including yourself. I'm overqualified, bitch. And I'm out of your league. You're definitely out of your depths in your head, though. Good riddance. When 2, 3. Feel free to catch me on the next one. I'm going to reboot in 15 seconds. I love you. But let's start fresh. I'll do some Reiki and some shields on this one too. Start with those. Please remember to pray. Do no harm. Take no shit. And I'll see you in a minute. One love, guys. Thanks for being here, Vibe Tribe. We got this.